All right, what's up, guys? VV back with another video, and I'm sure you can probably hear my voice is a little off today, dealing with a little bit of sinus, allergies, congestion, things like that. So bear with me today, but we are going to muscle through. We're fine. This does happen to be this happens to me probably like 2 or 3 times a year, where the seasons start to change a little bit. Pollen gets kicked up, and it just messes with my whole system. But hey, we're good. It's nothing out of the ordinary. We're going to deal with it and muscle through it. Now, real quick, let me go ahead and give you a quick layout for today's video, because as you can see on the screen here, we have Black Yellow Linlin going on in today's video. We've got a really spicy list, and I'm going to give credit to someone I got the idea from, someone in the community. Hopefully you guys can support them too. Go check out their channel and stuff. But that's not till, hang on, be patient, we'll get there in a minute. First things first, we are going to head over to the VV Lab. Okay, we're going to be checking out a game of Purple Luffy versus Lucci. We should be able to learn some stuff from that. That sounds pretty good. I've not seen the game yet, but just thinking about that matchup, 5 life leader versus 5 life leader, both meta contenders, sounds like that could be a pretty interesting matchup to watch. Then after that, we will head over to the Black Yellow Linlin action. I got 3 games on the sim. We'll check out the person I got this idea from and all that good stuff. We'll tackle that there. And then we will wrap up the video with me critiquing my deck list. Because I am using my own modified version of a list of a very spicy list we're going to be checking out, but I will be critiquing my list, and we'll be talking a little bit about it, and we'll wrap it up in that way. All right, guys, you know what we're going to be getting into. I'll have everything timestamped in the general description, and I will have all relevant deck lists and links down in the comments section below. All right, okay, let's do this, guys. Let's get into it. We got a lot to talk about. First things first here, let's head over to the lab. This first portion of my video, for any of the new players out there, any of the new listeners, this first part of my video, I always try to have reserved for this part of the video that we call the VV Lab. What is the VV Lab? Basically, it's going to be me analyzing a community-submitted game. Okay, this is not me playing, and I have not seen these games. It's a totally blind reaction, and I'm going to kind of tell you guys how I interpret the game, some things I would try to do or try not to do, or things like that, where it kind of acts as a free coaching session for those who are interested. So if you're interested in me reviewing one of your games, and as you can see, guys, like the names are blotted out, there's no way for people to know who you are, what's going on, anything like that. So if you're interested in me reviewing one of your games, it's very easy to do. Record your game, upload it to YouTube, hop on the VV Theory Discord, and post the link to the YouTube video under the channel called Review My Game. Okay, that's the name of the channel, Review My Game. And as soon as I see it, I give you a thumbs up, and I throw it in line. It's that simple, very easy. Everything I said there's free. There's no charge anywhere. It's free to record it, free to upload to YouTube, and then I don't charge anything either, obviously. So if you are interested in that, if you have any questions about it, let me say that if you're a newer player and you have no idea how to set any of that up, just say something in the comment section below, or hop on the Discord, and then me or someone else will be able to get to you as fast as possible. All right, guys. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get into it. All right, so the volume is off. Let me make sure the speed is on 2x here. It is not. All right, 2x speed, and quality is high as it will go. Okay, so here we go. First things first here, we got a game of Purple Luffy versus Lucci. And I really like the 9-lin in the hand of the Purple Luffy player. I have to say, like, this is going to be a pretty slow start. Actually, hang on. No, it's not going to be a slow start, because Purple Luffy can ramp a Dawn with their leader effect as early as turn 2. So they are going to be able to Magellan on curve, and potentially another Magellan. This could be a very, very nice start here. Swing for 5. The Lucci has no idea what's coming. Ramp a Dawn, play out the Magellan. They have to lose 1 Dawn now. They're going to be at 4 Dawn next turn. Okay, down to 2. Now they're going to ramp back up to 4, the Lucci player. And now the Purple Luffy is going to be on 4, going to 6, going to 7 if they counter out aggressively. I would definitely counter out aggressively here. So, I'm sorry, guys. We actually do have to go back. When did we take the first life? Oh, they swung in for 8, and we did not counter out. That was the right call there. I would not have tried to counter out of that either. I don't even know if we could have with what's in our hand. It would have taken a lot of cards. I agree with that completely. Then we played out the Magellan, and now the Lucci is going to go into their 4 Dawn turn, like we were saying, and they're going to swing for 5. We're going to easily 1k counter out of this. I don't think we need the... So what should we counter out with? We have 3 options realistically, because we would never use a 0 cost for this. I would use... So it's either between the 2k counter, Sanji, which I would not recommend, and then you have two other options there: the 1K counter Ulti, page 1, and the 1K counter Mr. 2 Boncray Bentham. I would probably go with the 4-cost Bentham here, because I don't think we're going to try. I don't think we need to ramp much more than we've already done, because I actually think playing out another Magellan next turn would just be absolutely disgusting. I think it would be so insane. Okay, let's see what we choose, though. Let's see what the purple Luffy player chooses. I 100% agree with that decision. Yeah, because I would keep the page 1 in hand in case we draw a top deck and Ulti. There's a 2K counter Ulti that will allow us to cheat that into play. Okay, and I was going to say, does he really want to do this? All right, hang on. Okay, interesting. Very good. So that was nice. So I think we had a few plays we could have done there. And again, guys, I have no idea who wins these games. I don't pre-watch them. So we'll see how much that play seemed good. But here's my issue with that play. Not that it's a bad play, but I think there would have been a more optimal play. Does your opponent really want to use Brook to KO your Magellan? By all means, right? So for those who are not aware, Magellan has an on play and an on KO, right? So I don't know if it's technically worded in that way, because I don't see an on KO effect on the actual card from here. But the way that Magellan works is on play, you and your opponent lose 1 Dawn, okay? And then when he gets KO'd, if it is, if it's your opponent's turn, they lose 2 more Dawn, okay? So I don't know if I would love for them to use that Brook to attack into my life and KO my guy. I would actually love for them to do that. I would really, really enjoy them doing that. Now putting into the trash, remember, they are going to be able to get that back later if they need it with something like a Rebecca or some type of combo with Gecko Moria plus Rebecca. However, if you had dropped down a second Magellan right here, okay, a second Magellan puts them back to 3 Dawn, they'll be on 5 Dawn next turn. So realistically, what are they even going to... They're going to probably establish a Sabo at that point or some type of blocker, and they might not even get to attack with that Brook. However, we shouldn't be concerned about them attacking with the Brook either, because look at our hand. We have 2 2K counters and 2 1K counters and a 0-cost 3K worst case scenario. So I personally, this is just me. Let me go back real quick. Go back. All right. So this turn we went up to 6 Dawn. I don't even know if I would have ramped. Hang on, let me do the math real quick. So 6 Dawn down to 5, then back to 6, then we go to 8. Yeah, so I probably would have still ramped, but still, the whole point is I would have played out the other Magellan, cracked their Dawn down a little further, and then I would have gone 7-7 at them there. Because we would have had, if we would have ramped with our Luffy, we would have gone up to, let me see, it would have been 5, and we still would have had 2 left. So I think we could have gone 6-7 or something like that. Okay, all right, let's see what happens. So we play out the Poly instead, which does ramp us faster to the 9 Lin, which is not the worst thing in the world. It's not, again, that was not a bad play using the Poly. I just think there might have been a more optimal play that really, really hurts your opponent more. Okay, yep, swing for 5. They should give us a 1K counter every single time. Okay, so they took the 7K from Magellan, right? Is that correct? Did they take the 7K from Magellan? I do have to check real quick. Sorry, guys. 7. Yes, they do take that. And then from the 5, they 1K counter out. Okay, so we're caught up now. Our opponent is only on 6 Dawn, and that is why next turn, there is absolutely no hesitation. I will be dropping down a Magellan if I were playing. Just like I said, guys, I knew their only play is to play Sabo because they're actually feeling up against the ropes. So I don't know what happens, but next turn, there's no doubt in my mind, the best play is actually to just swing 6, swing out however you need to while doing the math. But we need to play out the Magellan. Playing out the Magellan sets them back to where they will be on a 7 Dawn turn next turn. They won't even be able to play Gecko Moria. And if they want to play Jack, be my guest, right? By all means, start KOing my Magellans, please. Right? And they're not going to do that. They can KO the Poly in that case, but who cares? Okay? So they're going to do that. They're going to probably attach last one to leader, swing 6 into face. I would 2K counter out of this every single time. Yep, very nice. I would definitely 2K counter out. Okay, now let's see what happens. It looks like we're doing a little bit of math here. Now, yes, it is true that we can push the Sabo to life with the 9 Lin, but I do not think that play is as good as what we were saying by just, using the Magellan. Okay, swing. I'm loving this. Okay, here we go. Very good. So I know they're not going to use the 9 Lin, right? That's confirmed. They can't play it anymore. So swing 7, and then maybe swing 8. And then play out the Magellan would be insane. Playing out the Magellan here would literally just... I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lucci... Oh, yeah. Looks like that's what's going on. Okay. I would not be surprised if they just scoop at this point. because they will just be so far behind. And they just counted out that aggressively, and now they think they're getting a card back. They're not. Like, they think they're going to get their momentum back by playing out the Gecko Moria. It's not happening yet, and look at what your next turn's going to be. It's going to be swing 7 at least 4 times, or if you have to, you gain a life with the Linlin. You have a blocker you can play. There are so many options. We are in a very, very good position. And I dare them to attack with the Sabo, right? Like, you're basically saying, yeah, please, by all means, like, make my day, attack with your Sabo, I dare you. Yeah, if they're trying to, like, push you down to 0 life or something. So they do start off with a Tempest Kick. They're going to give -3 to the Magellan. That's just the wrong call. If anything, they should have given -3 to the Pauly. Because if they KO the Pauly, they don't get, they're not affected in any way. But maybe they're going to try to go Ice Age here. Maybe they're going to try to, okay. I was going to say maybe Ice Age and Lucci. I would 2K counter out of this personally. Yep, absolutely. I agree with that decision 100%. There is an argument to take it there, but why? Like, there's no real justification for taking it there. So there's the Ice Age. It looks like it is going to be a Rob Lucci. Yeah, so they're going to pop both these cards and go down to 2? Are they really about to go down to 2 Dawn? I don't understand that. Why wouldn't you just pop the Pauly? And then, they, you know, they're all 6K bodies. And he just went down to 3. Okay, so pause. So let me explain what I'm trying to... Let me explain this real quick, guys. All right, so first things first. Why not swing 6 into the Pauly if you're trying to get rid of the board in some way, shape, or form? Which I agree with. I think you do need to start cleaning up this board. Why not swing 6 into the Pauly and force the response, which did happen. We did give them a 2K counter. But why not then clear out the Pauly with the Rob Lucci and not the other Magellan? Because at the end of the day, guys, these are all 5-cost 6K attackers. Nothing else changes. So I think that was definitely a slight play mistake from our opponent, not thinking about that, because going down in Dawn like that, it just doesn't make sense to do. Because they just lost 2 extra Dawn they didn't need to lose. Okay. And honestly, they're probably... Never mind. I'll talk about it later. Okay, so here we go. I was going to say, there might have been a play where they attack into the Magellan trying to bait you into taking, like, oh, you'll lose 2 Dawn. But I don't think they had the 2 Dawn they could spare. Okay, so swinging 7 at face, they counter... Oh, I would definitely go at the... I would go at the Sabo here, personally. Okay, so we'll go 7 at face. We're getting him super low, and we can play out the... nice, play out the Pauly. We didn't have any Dawn to ramp, but it KOs the Lucci, and now we have another 6K body on the board. Guys, 6,000... 5 cost and 6,000 power are so annoying currently in the game. They're very awkward to deal with a 5-cost body. And... you know, being able to pop a 4 or less, that helps deal with your Dofi matchup. It does so much. And he ramps. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Swing for 6. We 2K counter out. As soon as we get the 2K counter ulti, we can't use it with the page 1. We got to stay alive. Okay, they're going to play out a Rebecca. They still are not even at their 8 Dawn turn, guys. They're on 5 Dawn. They will be on 7 Dawn next turn. That's why I don't understand. They should have been on 7 Dawn this turn. But hey, you know, we can't change the play now. Everything's set in stone. Okay, I mean, yeah, let's just start swinging. If he blocks with Sabo, that would be so reckless here. It would be a play mistake, unless he has no counter power in hand. He needs to counter out of this for 1 or 2K if he has it. Let's see what he does. Just waiting on our opponent here to make the decision. They 2K counter out, so that did tell us some stuff. So now it's going to be swing 7, swing 8. I'm loving this, guys, the way he's just, you know, these Paulys are actually getting so much value. These Paulys are getting insane amounts of value. All right. Okay. Let's see what they do now. Swing for 7. All right, now they're finally going to go into a character here. We don't have it. We do have a 2K. Sorry, we did draw a 2K for the turn, I think. Or maybe we've been saving that Sanji for a while now. It's over, right? It's all over now, guys. I don't know what they're supposed to do. Yeah, just start swinging 7s. 7s all day, every day. It's like swing 7, swing 7, swing 9, or something along those lines. Whoop, and it ended too quickly. There we go. Okay, so let me go ahead and hit this and go to the... I want to see what's in his hand. Yeah, so his hand was completely bricked. There was nothing that this guy could do. That was a really good game. That was a fun one. And I really liked... so, like I was saying up front here, getting rid of the Brook and ramping Dawn ended up probably being the better decision, just being honest with you guys. Because they had no way of dealing. I mean, we don't know how good the player is, the Lucci is. But like I said, I don't think we had any way, or they had any way of dealing with our Magellans until they dropped a Ice Age. You know, they had to do a Tempest Kick plus Ice Age. Because, guys, 5 Dawn is a very odd cost. Or 5 cost, you know. That is a very odd cost to deal with. where it's like if they don't have a Tempest Kick, then they're going to have to do something like Ice Age, and that feels horrible on a 5-cost character. Now, yes, I will say the Tempest Kick is like a literal perfect answer to that, but how many Tempest Kicks is your opponent going to have every game? It comes down to like luck at that point. But this play right here was the one play that I would have done a little bit differently, but I still, like I said, it wasn't like the poly play was a mistake. It's just I would have personally just developed a second Magellan, daring my opponent to lose the card, and you know, going about things that, or you know, to KO my card so that I could set them back even further with Dawn. But getting rid of the Brook, hey, you kept the board clear, and now you're going to swing in for 7, and you swung in for 7, swung in for 5. So currently, I don't know. I guess, hang on. I guess Shigan Finger Pistol could have been hit from the trigger. So I guess it is, you know, you do have to swing with your character first in that case. But real quick, the other way that this would have happened is if you would have gone about it with the Magellan play here. All right, so we're at, what is that? 3, 6. We're at 7 Dawn, right? So playing out Magellan, we'd have 2 Dawn left, and we would just swing 6, swing 7. And in that situation, our opponent is down to 3 Dawn. They'll be going up to 5 Dawn. We know their next play is going to be a Sabo because they just have to put something on the board or they're just going to lose anyway because of tempo purposes. And they can't remove both your Magellans this early, period, right? Because if they're on 5 Dawn, they literally can't remove both Magellans. Because even if they Ice Age 1, they'll only have 4 Dawn left to do the what's his name, to do Lucci. So that's the one thing I would have done differently. And think about that. You would have gone from 7 Dawn down to 6 up to 8. So you still could have done the ramp next turn with the poly if needed, while you're still just bashing in for 5s and 6s and 7s and whatever. But hey, other than that, like I said, I think the poly play was still a very, very solid play. Awesome. That was a really cool game there. I really enjoyed that one. Y'all give me just a second to get set up, guys. Got to move my head over for a minute here. Move this game out of the way. And then now we're going to check out a deck list from an individual in the community. Hey, I just kind of met them. I've been talking to him now a little bit. This guy named Ozycon. So as you can see here, he only has 356 subscribers because he's like a pretty new channel, guys, all things considered. Like it says it's an old channel, but he just started doing One Piece content. He only has 21 videos, right? In fact, let me see something real quick. If we go to his oldest video, yeah, so he kind of started his channel about 4 months ago, it looks like, right? But today we're going to be focusing on a video that he did. I'm not going to like look at the video. I will link his YouTube and the video in the comment section so you guys can check it out for yourselves and, you know, maybe throw him a sub if you want to help out. But he's got some really interesting stuff, especially when I saw this pop up in my algorithm in my YouTube feed. I was like, whoa, zombie deck, black yellow Linlin, absolutely, let's check it out. So we are going to look at the list first today, and then we're going to go into the games on the sim. So this is the deck that he put together. This is not my creation. This is the guy Ozycon. You know, big shout out to Ozycon, man, awesome stuff. This was his invention here. Now understand what's going on. I will be taking the deck in a slightly different direction, but hey, that's kind of, sometimes all you need is that initial spark, you know, that spark of genius, like, okay, yeah, this could be something good, so let's do this, this, and this with it. Now, the main focus, the main difference you're going to see in my version of the list and Ozzy's version of the list is, check this out. They're running a primarily Animal Kingdom Pirates version of the deck, and the main idea is this. You're going to use your Queen Searchers early on. You've got late game with Kaido, Gecko, Moria, and then Charlotte Linlin. They're your real in-game. But check this out, guys. This is the cool part about the deck. Why is it called Zombie? This card, now people have seen me play this before in purple-black and blue-black. I originally got the idea for this card from a blue-black Sakazuki Animal Kingdom Pirate deck from the East. And I'll try to link that in the comment section below if I can, if I remember, and if I can even find it. This was a long time ago now, almost a month ago. But this guy here can bring back a cost 4 or lower ulti from your trash. Okay, well, what kind of options do we have? Well, there's only 2 for the black-yellow color pool currently, and they're both 4 cost 6Ks with 1K counters, vanillas. Like this 4 cost 6K here, and this 4 cost 6K here. Queen can search all of it up. Now, Queen cannot search up everything in the deck, of course, but a lot of the main stuff it can, like, you know, 2K counter, Kaido removal, the ultis, of course, the page 1 combo. And I think that's mainly it. But that's a decent amount of searchers because it is a top 5 search, and you're playing it on turn 1. So really good stuff there, I have to say. Very interesting, this idea. However, we're going to check out 3 games on the sim. If you want to see this deck being piloted, if you want to see this deck in action in this version, you're going to have to check out Ozycon's channel. And I will link it in the comment section below, the actual game to where he shows off this idea. Okay, now we are going to look at my version now. I'm taking it in a very different direction. I am going more with the Big Mom Pirate stuff. I'm only running 2 Geckos, 2 Sabos. I'm running the all 8 of the Ultis and then the 4-page ones. And then I am just going full-on curve with Charlotte Linlin. I'm using Charlotte Angel and Charlotte Pudding early on as my searchers and like setup cards, really, because Charlotte Angel trashes cards from your life and brings them back at the end of the turn, and that has insane synergy with the Linlin. And then I'm also using the Charlotte Parasparrow. Now, understand, I'm not saying my list is better than his. I have no idea whose list is better. This was just a little more my style. Okay, so we're gonna check that out. We're gonna check that out in today's video. You guys ready? Let's go ahead and let's dive over to the sim. Let's check this out. Okay, first game up here. Oh, let me move my camera over. There we go. Let me there we go. Okay, volume is off. Speed is on 2x, and we are good to go, guys. Okay, let me hit play. All right, so first game up here, we have a game versus Red Purple Luffy. Okay, Red Purple Luffy is getting better and better and better, guys. I have to say, like, with each set that goes by, I think this leader is going to be very good soon. So I get a turn 1 Angel, which allows me to trash the top card of my life and get a new card back there. That's only there to help fill up my trash. So he attacks in, and look at the card it got replaced with, what's her name? Kikinojo. So we're going to swing in for 6 here. And by the way, that card just comes right into play against Red Purple Luffy because they start off at 3 life. So I'm going to swing in for 6. They counter out. I'm going to swing in for 6 more, use the Angel effect, play out the Parasparrow, and I'm just trying to fill up my trash. That's all I'm trying to do right now. So they're going to swing 6 into 6 here. I do want to force him to attack into it if he really wants to give me life. He ramps a Dawn with that card, lead performer Disaster or Calamity, whatever it's called. We go back up to 4 life. And now we are going to start attacking into this this Zoro for free. Top 4 search there with Pudding. We're going to swing 6 into 4, and then I think we're going to swing 6 into face. Unless they counter out, then we of course get rid of that. 6 into face. They give us a 1k counter. Playing out another Parasparrow. The Angel effect kicks in at the end of turn. That's why we went up a life. And hey, we're kind of off to the races, right? We're filling up our trash early on, so we have access to some decent targets later in the game with Gecko Moria. That's number 1. And number 2, we're also trying to, get closer and closer to using our leader's effect. However, notice the cards in my hand. Things are about to get ugly. Okay, 7 into 5, I'll take that. We get a 2k counter. It was our only option. We couldn't grab the Shirahoshi or the Sabo. They play out the Nami. They have 3 Dawn left for the turn. What are they going to do with that? They just pass. So maybe they have like I'm assuming they probably have at least 1 Rad Beam in hand. Okay, so right here, I'm on an 8 Dawn turn, so I don't have anything crazy I can do. So I play out, so I use the Angel effect, trashing the top card of my life. Unfortunately, it was a Kikinojo. Hey, it happens, right? I got a Kikinojo from one, lost one from another. It happens, but we're just trying to fill up our trash and get more access to more and more cards in our deck. So we're going to swing in for 6 here. They have to, swinging 6 into the into Red Purple Luffy has been the way to go for me. Okay, they use a Noro Beam Sword. That's weird. Okay, I did not expect that. Or Noro Beam Sword. It's one of them. I can't remember. It's the one that rests a character. So we're going to go ahead and swing in, and then we play out the Shirahoshi. Shirahoshi is a, guaranteed blocker against decks that do not have bottom decking or resting. However, we do know that Red Purple Luffy might have resting in Usohashi. They swing 5 into the Angel. I'm fine with that card going away. I just wanted to keep filling up my trash a little bit. They're going to smash in. We get the 1k counter, or we get the Pudding from the Parasparrow there. And now, guys, guess what we're going to do? We're going to swing 2 into 2 there. Please give me a blocker if you want. No one's going to block that. Even if they did, I'd swing 5 into it with my my Linlin. Play out the Tinlin, and now things are looking disastrous, right? Disastrous. They're going to swing in for 5. I'm going to take the 1k counter easy way out of this one. Too easy to get that. They're going to play out the 7 cost Eustace Kid, basically ramping a Dawn in the process because of the leader effect. I'm going to swing 5 and a 5. Let's see if he wants to give me the blocker. He does not. So I'm going to play out the Linlin first. Okay, so understand there was a sequencing, there was a priority sequencing there that had to take place. Because if I had, let's go back real quick. So play, is it moving? Let me see. Sometimes it freezes up. So right here, I almost swung. Did you guys see me select the Linlin? If I had swung for 10 into 7 and he took that, I would have wasted my turn with the Linlin. I probably wouldn't have played it at that point. I probably would have played out a Charlotte Pudding and a Parasparrow because it's such a bad play. However, playing out the Linlin first forces them to use the blocker or give me a lot of cards from hand. Getting me a 1-cost 4K and a 2K counter. So they give me a Rad Beam and a Sanji, and I'm not exactly upset about that, right? I'm not exactly upset. I have a blocker on the board. I have 4 2K counters in hand and a 1K. This game is locked up, right? Now, notice we didn't really get to see much Ulti in this version of the deck, and it's true. We won't see much of the Ulti page 1 combo in this version of the deck, but it is still nice to have access to it if the game gets to that point, okay? So you will notice that in these games today, and in Ozzy's videos, in Ozzy's video, you'll see much more of it in action. Okay, so we're gonna swing 15, 15, and then everything else on the leader. Okay, so that was the plan here. Swing 15. Okay. Well, since they used their blocker, now we're just gonna go 19 into 9, and there's just no way out of that one, right? Even if they had double Rad Beam, hang on a second. So they were at 9,000. Double Rad Beam would put them at 17K. And then even a 2K in hand would only put him at 19. So there was literally no way out of it once the 15K went through. So good game. That is a tough matchup for Red Purple Luffy, I'm sure. Especially when we do get the early on Kikinojo. Okay, so that was the first game versus Red Purple Luffy. Now we've got a game versus Kaido. Okay, so Kaido, Purple Kaido here, we're probably a nightmare matchup for them, right? Because I can just gain a life every turn with my leader, and if I start slamming down Linlins, I'm gaining a life in the process and cutting down their life. So they're going to swing for 5 here. I'm going to 1K counter out. They're going to ramp it on with the Onigashima, and then we're going to swing in for 5 here. They pass the turn back. We swing in for 5, and then we're going to play out the Kikinojo probably. Okay. Let's just see what our opponent's going to do here. Yep, so we're going to play out the Kikinojo, and that's kind of the start you want, right? I mean, that's kind of a perfect start for what we're trying to do with any kind of yellow deck is turn 2 Kikinojo and go and pass. Excuse me. And we do have a Shirahoshi. Shirahoshi is actually so strong, like for what we're trying to do, now that there's not as much bottom decking from Red Purple Law and Blue-Black Sakazuki. So I think it's just swing 7 here and just develop a Charlotte Parasparrow. Or swing 6, swing 7, and develop an Ulti. But no, the Ulti is a 1K counter in hand, so I prefer that in my hand and play out the 3-cost 5K. That has an on-KO effect. Okay, so we're coming in for 7. They're going to take it. That would have been a 2K, 1K out of their hand, and we swung for 7 twice. They're in a lot of trouble now. And they did use their leader effect last turn. Ill-advised. I would not use... Guys, actually, hear me out for a second. If you're playing Purple Kaido, I would try to develop a board first before you start trashing your Dawn cards to get rid of my life. Because if you don't, especially on yellow leaders, they're just going to gain life. Like typically speaking, I think like every yellow leader in the game runs some form of life gain at this point. I mean, we know Enel has life gain. Black Yellow Linlin has life gain built in. Red Yellow Saba has life gain built in. Maybe Green Yellow Yamato doesn't, but okay, like, other than that, situation there, you need to develop a board and start using the leader effect like maybe once or twice a game, trying to close out getting wins in that way. At least that's my personal opinion. Okay, swinging in for 6 here. Honestly, I think I should just give him a 2K. Yep. Oh, and look at that. They're going to swing for 6 more. They're getting very aggressive here, and they cannot use their leader effect. So right here, 6 into 4. This is a no-brainer. Just let it go. I mean, unless they want a 2K, 1K to get out of that, then I'll keep swinging into it. So we're going to swing for 7 to develop a 4-cost 6K. And then next turn we're sitting on a a 10-cost Linlin. So we're in very good shape right now, guys. We have the Shirahoshi on the board, and that thing is in a very strong position. They play out a Brule here. They're going to swing for 7. I think what's going to happen here is I think I'm going to take it. Now they're going to trash 7. They're going to get rid of 7 Dawn cards to get rid of my last life. And it was a Frankie. Okay, it was a Frankie, which is unfortunate. But guys, are they even going to be able to survive here? I mean, I'm just going to swing 5, swing 5, swing 6, swing 6. It's going to take every single card from their hand or their life and the board. Okay, sure, they get that. Swing 6. Okay, play out Charlotte Linlin. I gain a life, and I still have my blocker. And I still have 3k counter in hand. But, like, they're only at 3 Dawn now. What are they supposed to do in this situation? They just give up. It's over. There's nothing they can do. And that's why you have to develop your board first if you're going to try to do this Kaido strategy, the life trash strategy. Which I do think there's something there. I'm just saying I think people have to go about it a different way. Okay, we got one more game of Black Yellow Linlin. We got a game versus Nami. This is going to be a very interesting game here. Okay, speed, 2x. I have to say, now, by the way, notice this, guys. All right, I have to say, I think I only played 3 games with this list and won all 3 of them. Like, these are the 3 games you saw. And I know I'm not playing against, like, meta decks. Calm down. I'm not bragging about it. I'm just saying, like, the list was performing very well. But notice I didn't see page 1 in a single game. So it's not even like I wasn't trying to play trying to use that card. It just was not showing up. Okay, but I will tell you right now, 3 Tinlins versus Nami is a nightmare. It is an absolute nightmare for them. Okay, we're going to swing it for 6 because they only have 1 Dawn active. I'm trying to say, yeah, use your Gum Giant Gavel. Use your stuff early on here. That's fine. They use their blocker, which was the best case scenario for me. Play out the ulti. And it looks like, like I said, the game that I get page 1, it's not even going to matter because I'm not going to lose any characters. That's not how Nami runs. Okay, swing for 7, swing for 7. They give me a, that's a perfume femur, guys. That's a perfume femur on the top of their deck there. Or that was that was in their trash pile. Interesting. They Sanji's pull off, play out a Gloriosa. Excuse me. And we're at 9 Dawn this turn, which is annoying. Next turn we'll be on 10, though. So right here, I think I am going to push them a little bit. Going to push them a little bit here. Swing for 7. Get a few cards out of their hand. They Snake Dance a Gloriosa back to their hand. I'm not too worried about that. Kaio's the bigger threat, in my opinion. Swing for 7. They do a White Snake, and they still take it. They did a White Snake from the top of their life to set their cards. So right here, I think I do need to develop 1 more body, potentially. Let's see what happens. I'm going to swing for 6. They give me a 1k counter. Perfect. Now they don't get to use that card to do the search. I play out the page 1. There's no cards in my trash, though, unfortunately. This would have been a great game for the Angel. All right, so here we go. So at this point, I play out a Linlin, and what do? We don't swing at all. We take a card from their life. We gain a life. That doesn't matter. But they lose a card from their life. And guess what? Now we're going to swing for 12. This is going to force about 3 cards out of hand. 1, 2, and let's see what else. 3. Oh, actually 4. It's going to cost 4 cards out of hand, guys. 4 cards out of hand. They did get to draw 1 from the Love Beam. They have 17 cards left in their deck. I'm going to swing in for 6. I'm going to swing in for 6 more. They're probably going to take this one. Let's see what they do here. No, they actually Rubber Band of Doom. They're probably going to regret that now. Now they lose. They did lose a card from their life. That was a very rough spot to be in. So now we do have 2 10-cost 12Ks on the board. And now they are down to 10 cards left in their deck. This is not like exactly a blowout. But okay, so we're going to swing for 12. Let's see what they do. They take it. Just Snap takes it. Just Snap takes it. Okay. Well, in that case, we're going to play out another 10 Lin, and we're going to swing for 12 again. So they got to give me, okay, so they give me that, whatever all that was. We're going to swing in for 5. They give me a 2K. We'll swing in for 6. And let's see what their last card is. And GG, it was a Sanji's pull-off. So, honestly, if that was not a Sanji's pull-off, we'd have been in trouble. Well, I don't know. At the same time, if they would... How do I say this? As long as they didn't lose that turn, they could have easily won off that Sanji's pull-off into the Kaya. You know what I mean? It would have just been game over, probably. But that was a fun game. You know, the 10-cost Linlin is very strong against Nami because it just says, rip, there goes your life. I just took your life away. Really good stuff there. All right, so that was the last one. Let me go over to the deck list. So again, this is the version that I was running, guys. Nothing too crazy. It is a very different path than what we saw from Ozycon's. But I'm not saying one's better than the other. I just really like the Big Mom Pirates package. I think it curves out so well. And since we're already playing Charlotte Linlin, well, yeah, I'd rather search straight for it with the 1-cost Pudding or on KO with the 3-cost Parasparrow. Get a little bit more trigger support because we're in yellow. And this list has plenty of room for revisions. But like I said, unfortunately, in the 3 games that we put out today that I was playing, you're not going to get to see, you didn't get to see any of the page 1 action in play, but it works, guys. And that's where you got to check out his channel. You got to check out his video on the you know, his version of the list, because he was actually getting it to pop off. Like I said, guys, if I'm not mistaken, I queued up 3 games for today's video to play Black Yellow Linlin with this deck list. Didn't change a single card. One of those 3 games. It was just Nami, what was it? Nami, Red Purple Luffy, and Purple Kaido, because, you know, it is what it is. And I understand people are going to be like, yeah, but these aren't meta matchups. Well, guys, chill. You know, like, we're just trying out a cool new idea, and I think there might be something here. I really like this page 1 into Ulti thing from the trash, and that's why I was running. That's why I really liked the Charlotte Angel idea, because I'm just throwing cards in trash from the top of my life. Every now and then it does backfire where you lose like a Kikinojo or something, but oh well. You know, that's just the luck of the draw. That's just, you know, hey, there are times where it'll trash a card with trigger, and there are times where it'll trash a dead card and give you a card with the trigger. You know, it's just a total slot machine, right? It's just total luck. But yeah, this list is really cool, guys. I probably will mess around with this more in the future. I will never give up on Black Yellow Linlin. This was like one of my absolute first loves in this game. Whereas, like, man, I can't wait to go to locals on Friday night or on whatever night. Thursdays and Fridays were my main times I did locals. But it was like, I can't wait to go to locals and try out my new Black Yellow Linlin version. Try out my new Black Yellow Linlin deck. But yeah, now I'm on Red Yellow Sabo, but still, this leader does have a special place in my heart when it comes to this game and deck building and getting better at the game and things like that, and pushing a leader to the next level that probably was never supposed to be there. You know, or not that it wasn't supposed to be there, but that very few people were willing to explore it to that degree. So I am looking forward to OP11 if the rumors are true. If it is Whole Cake Island, hopefully we get some more black Big Mom Pirate cards. That would be incredible, so we can get some support there. Okay, guys? Now, one more time, I am going to show you guys the other version of the list, Black Yellow Linlin, Ozycon's version. This is the original version that I got the inspiration from, and I think this version is really cool. Because, hey, you got the Animal Kingdom pirate stuff, you're searching up the pieces you need, but then you're searching over your Linlins. And that is something I've experienced many, many times, guys, trying to mess around with Black Yellow Linlin in the past. Now messing around with Red Yellow Sabo, and I was actually running, you know, a lot of Big Mom Pirate Searcher stuff with my Red Yellow Sabo deck for a long time. The Parasparrows and the Charlotte Puddings. And guys, it feels so bad when you search over a win condition. Like, for example, in this case, if you're Queen searching over Charlotte Linlin, it feels horrible. And in Red Yellow Sabo, when you're searching up for whatever and you search over one of your rush cards, it's like, wow, I needed that card to complete my loop, and now I'm just in so much trouble. But yeah, all right, well, that's it, guys. I'm not going to ramble on for too much longer today. Like I said, it's going to be a shorter video dealing with a little bit of congestion, sinuses, allergies, nasal stuff going on here. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say about this deck. And if you get a chance, by all means, go check out my buddy Ozzy over at Ozycon. I'll have that linked in the comment section below. All right, guys, I'm done. Oh, I'm not done yet. Hang on, not done yet. Big shout out to everybody who supports this channel, guys. If you are liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, viewing, whatever you're doing to help out the channel and to help it grow, I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much. If you're someone who bought one of the play mats, thank you guys so much. Hope you're enjoying those. And last but not least, of course, with the patrons. Let me get that up. There we go. Big shout out to all the patrons, guys. People who are just trying to help the channel thrive and help it succeed and help it keep going, keeping the dream alive. Really helped me out more than you know. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. All right, now I'm done. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please do not hesitate to put those down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, guys, peace.